Hello, everyone on the internet, and welcome back to Nash and Nash World. I'm your host, Envy, and today we are back with our first episode of Little Achievements. And in this series, we'll always be talking about life, talking about challenges or ways to improve your life, etc., etc. The usual kind of stuff when you watch these kinds of videos with Call of Duty gameplay in the background. So for this video, piggybacking on Bricky's video from his series Brick by Brick, the resisting the urge. Now in this one, he essentially the overall topic of that video was fighting the urge to spend money on things that pretty much are just a waste of money or splooging on other things, that kind of stuff. Essentially, prioritizing what is truly valuable. And that's the main topic of this video. And I gotta say, for someone like me who is really always like wanting to save money whenever he can. Like I did say in one of my quotes in the past, I do have that I forget the character, but he's Terry Crews from Everyone Hates Malcolm on how he's always counting money, always saving money, that kind of thing. It's literally me. And there is something satisfying to it because for me, the reason why I save, and that's one of the main things I strongly recommend when it comes to the first step is giving yourself a reason. Why are you saving the money? Is it because you want some backup money? If you want this or that? For me, I would say I take pride when I save money when I'm saving it towards a goal. For instance, in our airsoft project, I want to save enough money so I can buy the first 50 airsoft replicas I want. On top of that, being able to have some money for in case if I want to buy a Warhammer thing, I have that money to buy. And those are like the achievements I get, and I absolutely love it. And that kind of brings it to understanding the value of where does your money go? For instance, I save a lot of money when I don't eat. And to elaborate on that is basically back in the day when I would be at work, as you know, I'm a dishwasher, I could order off the menu and order a food. There's an employee discount, that kind of stuff. And basically, I would always eat at the restaurant. One, the food was just really good and it was just probably the best food out there. And I know I wasn't getting gypped because I know the burger is cheaper than getting a Big Mac at McDonald's. And that's what I would get actually at the restaurant I work at, which was just their burger and their chicken. And so basically, I would have a burger once a week and a chicken twice a week. And it's good food. I love it and it's amazing. And no, I wouldn't get the fries because sometimes they might make some extra fries, so they just send it back and we would eat them. Another of the things I did in the past was I would get like meat and rice bowl. So let's just say it's like whatever meat we had on that was like, oh yeah, we got a little bit of the short rib, or we got some shrimp, or we got some bacon. I'd take that with a cup of rice, and that would be like $15 ish. And so imagine how that is. It's like so basically I stated before with the chicken and burgers. So I would have a meat and rice dish on odd days, like twice a week, and it's $15 overall. And keep in mind that includes the discount. That was like $30 right there. And it's one of those things like unlike the burger and fries, unlike the burger and chicken, I would fully eat that and I would feel satisfied, full, good. But the meat and rice, it's like after I eat the meat, it's just and then I have the rice there, so it's kind of like was just a waste overall. And so what I did was I just stopped ordering it and I swapped it out for a simple meal just to kind of just keep the belly full, which was peanut butter and jelly wraps. And it's wonderful. Because instead of me spending like $30 a week, and let's see, you times that by 4, that's about, ooh, 125, oh yeah, $120 a month. Instead, I just have to pay $15 a roundabout because it is weird. I haven't really fully like independently calculated how much all three things cost, but essentially I would just go to my grocery store, buy the generic peanut butter. The jelly I would not buy. I would buy grapes jelly because it is a very good jelly brand and and generic brand tortillas. And I chose tortillas because they have a longer shelf life. Like they can last for like a whole month before getting moldy compared to like white bread or something. And it's great. I would buy that. It's just $15 and that's it for the whole thing. And that's going to keep me fed for roughly five weeks. So essentially I'm saving $135 within 5 weeks instead of like paying it at work. And that's just what makes it wonderful. Oh, and I almost forgot, honey. I also purchased a bottle of honey as well, and it's awesome. And what's great is with the relationship I have at work, I keep all that stored at work. And it doesn't take up any space or anything like that. As well as I also offer it to my workers if they would like to use some of it. And it's great. Basically, I'll take 2 tortillas, put it on a baking sheet, pop it in the oven, let those tortillas heat up. And then from there, once they're nice and toasted, I basically put the peanut butter, jelly, and some honey on it, wrap it up, and eat it. It's great, fills me up, and I'm good to go. And so that's a good example of like finding the urge to like not like spend money and really understanding like what is truly valuable to you. Like what is worth every dollar spent in this thing and you just don't feel like you wasted. It is just wonderful. And then it segues to the other thing is that also like impulsive like purchasing. 2 weeks ago, I wanted to buy this blue suppressor from PTS and it's just dead air. And the reason for that is just because of it's a limited item. So it's limited edition. There's only a few of them left. I really asked myself these questions in layers, I would say, was okay, you buy it. It's a nice looking thing. It's blue. You're probably not going to use it because you don't want it to get scratched or ruined. And you probably will only use it for this specific niche thing. And you won't use it for like actual like airsoft games because the blue will just give you away. So it'll just be used for this one specific thing that is the equivalent of irrelevancy. No one will see it, only you will see it, and it's just not worth it in the grand scheme of things. And ultimately, I thought to myself, those were the questions I told myself, and I really thought it through. And so ultimately, I decided not to purchase it. And so now I just saved money on that. And that's a good example of when it comes to like these purchases, you really need to think them through nowadays and really understand what truly is valuable. Like even for Warhammer example, the stuff that I purchase, I mostly really look at like stuff that's like worth the value. Like the last two Warhammer major purchases, I would say were the two Kill Team boxes. The Deathwatch one and the Tyranid one with the Mechanicus. Both of those were very good because they followed this really nice rule that I like to follow. Will this product be discontinued? Meaning that this box set is only going to have a limited run, and after that, it's gone. As okay, and if hypothetically you don't get it, can you get all of the components for it very easily? And that's another good example. And then from there, does it have a bonus item to it? And for instance, both box sets had a bonus item in it. For instance, the Tyranid one had a bunch of gaunts, or I forget what they were, like a bunch of Tyranid gaunts with it. So that's like a little bonus item, as well as the Deathwatch one came with 2 Deathwatch squads, so that you had 10 instead of 5, as well as you had a 10 Necrons as well. And that right there, worth the money itself. So yeah, so that's a good example of what is truly valuable and what do you want to utilize. And that's like how it is. It's just you really need to think about like what is truly like worth the money and everything. And this next part's a little bit difficult because I know Berkey in his video he talked about this. Um, but basically like Grubhub or any like food delivery apps. As you know, they're pricey. If you ever ordered it, you spend a lot. Like essentially you get the food and you have to also pay like $40 for it to be delivered. I understand maybe people don't have access to a car and they have to utilize that, and that's okay. But if you have a car, I strongly recommend you drive and get it yourself. And I know it's like, oh, a long day and everything like that. I understand, but still, you're saving money that way. I mean, that's what I do also. Like, I do not use any delivery apps. I just get in my car and I just drive to get it. I mean, heck, actually, now that I think about it, I even don't even use the. I actually haven't ordered like food from like any pizza place or anything like that in a long time because again, I go to like the grocery store and I cook food there at my house. And I love cooking. It's great. There are so many guides out there that are so easy, as well as food at like the grocery store. They probably have pre-made food or something that you just pop in the oven, cooks it up, and done. And I'll probably make a light video about that because I can just show how easy it is. And like that's a good example. Because essentially again everything's pricey and everything's just not good quality. So it really makes you wonder, it's just like, well, where's the good value food in that? And that's pretty much it, is really understanding what is valuable to you and what is worth your money. Because nowadays, you really need to think about that. Is this worth it? Do you really need this? And is it really that good? Or can you just use something else instead that is equal the amount of value it has? And I gotta tell you, with how I'm living, it's definitely wonderful. Because to me, it feels like I'm eating stuff that is worth the dollar, is truly valuable, is delicious. And I absolutely would say I'm definitely happy. And it's definitely like a light achievement of mine. I would say, if you're wondering, like, what else can I go for me, like, I cannot wait until I turn 30 to get, like, a smoker so that I can have endless amounts of smoked meat I want. My, like, archetype I'm going for, because when you turn 30, you either get baked into a World War II history or you go into smoked meats, and I'm definitely going into the smoked meats. But yeah, like I said, if you're getting anything out of this video, I strongly, strongly recommend that, again, look at what do you spend at, and look at what do you think you can remove out of your life that you really don't need anymore, or you can find a cheaper alternative for it. Even like I said, just switching from name brands to generic brands. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, this is our first video of our series, Little Achievements. And again, feel free to comment. Feel free to criticize me if I did something wrong. Again, this is the first rodeo, and I would love to hear your guys' feedback. And yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is NV signing off. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out our other YouTube channels if you're interested in checking out more content from NV. As well as don't forget about our Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you are helping making a dream come true. But anyway, thanks again. This is NV signing off.